All right, what's up everyone? It's Dave Stone with another exciting episode of Develop Awesome Skills. And today I want to show you guys something I've been working on, and that's air layering moringas. Now moringas are super easy to propagate just from cuttings, just cutting it off and putting it in the ground, and they will sprout roots. Sometimes it'll take it about 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, especially in spring. Spring is always the best time to do anything with moringa. Now we're getting into spring here in Phoenix, so I'm gonna try to air layer these because right in spring I'm gonna be chopping these down. So if I can air layer them now, then I will be able to actually plant them. When I cut it all down, I'll be able to plant them with some roots on it already. So I think I won't have to cut all the leaves off. I can leave some of the leaves on. They'll be taller trees to start with. So I think air layering is a really cool concept. It'll just give you a little quick boost at the beginning of a cutting's life. So it'll already have roots when you put it in the ground. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. So I've already done one branch, and now I want to do a air layer on camera with moringa for you guys right now, and then I'm going to give you guys updates along the process. It should take about 6 weeks for the air layer to have enough roots, and it's about 6 weeks away from when I need to trim these trees. And in fact, it's actually about 4 weeks away from when I need to trim these trees, but I can wait 6 weeks to see if these air layers work. So, all right. So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna air layer this moringa tree, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it, and then we'll see in 6 weeks if I'm successful. All right, so this is the branch that we're gonna be air layering right here. So I have some supplies here. Now I have a grafting knife. Now you really just need a nice sharp knife to do this work. It's pretty much like surgery. We're doing surgery on this tree. I have some grafting tape, but you also don't really necessarily need grafting tape. It's nice to have, but electrical tape can work too. And it's nice to have some kind of binding material. I like this garden tape here. It's a little flexible to tie things off. And then you're gonna want, I'm gonna try them with these little miniature Ziploc bags as my bags to make it simple and easy for everybody to have a container to use. You could try the bigger bags, which I might try on some of the branches, but I think these are gonna provide a nice area for some roots to develop in. And then you're gonna want some saran wrap and some aluminum foil to finish it off. So those are your supplies. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a portion of this branch off, just the bark. So underneath the bark, so you basically just want to go around the branch, give it a nice score, and be gentle. You can feel when it's getting into the wood. You really just want to get bark. There you go. Okay, and then you come with a line straight down to get it started. And then you just be careful when you're doing this, because the knife, always push it away from yourself. So just start prying up the bark. And the goal here is to not cut into the wood. It's just to get the bark and the cambium layer off. Let me get a little closer so you can see this. All right, so there's a yellow layer under here. That's the cambium layer. That's the layer that actually transports all the nutrients from the top from the roots to the tips of the branches. And that's the layer that we're interrupting with this process. We're interrupting the cambium layer, delivering nutrients from the roots to the top. And what our intention by doing that is to allow roots to develop around this wound. So you can kind of start peeling the skin off a little bit, but it's on there pretty good. But once you can kind of get under it, you can peel. Sometimes you'll need to score the bark a little more to get it to peel nice. There it is. So this is the skin, the bark, with the cambium layer a little bit on the inside. But now you can see the cambium layer is still here. So what we're gonna wanna do, clean that up a little bit here, is we're gonna wanna scrape this and get all of the, like lightly. You wanna scrape it lightly. You don't wanna dig into the wood, but you wanna get all the cambium layer off. And then the tree is gonna be encouraged to root out from here. So there you go. You're just scarring it up and getting the cambium layer all the way off. So then you don't really want to touch it from this point. Now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the bag, the Ziploc bag full of soil. All right, so here's a soil mixture that I mixed. This was when I was planting the mango trees. So this is, it's got some potting soil, it's got rock dust, has worm castings, it has some native soil, and it has some sand. That was my soil mix planting the mangoes. And I had a little bit left, so I mixed that with my 50-50 rooting mix of perlite and coconut coir. So I had a 50-50 mix of perlite and coconut coir, and I mixed that with my potting mix, my rooting mix, okay? It's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's well draining, but it also holds water. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna soak it. So before you do this process, you wanna get the hose on this and you wanna give it a nice soaking. So when you squeeze it, water comes out. You really wanna give these enough water in the air layer to be able to handle 6 weeks without being watered. I'm gonna go turn on the hose, I'm gonna wet this down, and then we're gonna finish this air layer. All right, so you really just wanna soak it down nicely. And it'll pretty much hit the top layer, you know. You don't need to really fill it all the way up with water, but you need that top layer to be really dripping when you do it. Then you just mix it up. Oh yeah, this will be nice. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Well, that was enough because I wet this down the other day, so that's plenty for me. So the reason for the coconut coir and the perlite to be added is just for the drainage, and it's for drainage and moisture holding capacity. So when you put it together, it does really well for rooting. That's why I was rooting the acerola cuttings in. So mixing that with some soil nutrients up there on the stalk, I think is a good mixture. And this is me testing it out. So this is my experiment for you guys. Okay, so now you can see when I grab a handful of this, it drips when you squeeze it. So that's kind of what you want. And I'm gonna take the Ziploc bag here, and I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna pop these tops. I'm just gonna break the top right there on both sides. Just a little bit, like that. And then I'm gonna take and fill this up. Really pack it in there with soil. Okay, once it's packed in like this, I like to kind of give it a nice ridge in the middle and just bunch it up on the sides here a little bit. So it's kind of like a dirt taco. It's a soil taco in a Ziploc bag. So that's what I like to do. There's a nice taco area in here for the branch to go. So now that we have this, I'm gonna get back up to the branch. I'm gonna show you the rest. So now I have my Ziploc taco, and the reason I popped the sides here is so it'll wrap around the branch a little bit better. So you just put it up on there, just like that. Oh shoot! Well, that's gonna be a cutting. Whoops. All right. Well, things happen, and now I'm gonna use this big branch right here as my cutting, because I'm going to be cutting the tree right here anyway. So I'm gonna redo it right here, okay? I'm gonna make my cuts. And this time I'm gonna be a little more careful. But I do have a moringa cutting to plant now. All right, I'm gonna take it up right in here. There it is. All right, one more time here. All right, there it is. This one's prepared. Here's my soil taco. And this is where the grafting tape comes in handy. You can use electrical tape here if you want, but grafting tape is nice. So open the flaps up to kind of go a little bit around. This is a bigger trunk, and then you just taco it. Yeah, this one might actually I might need to do two. So I'm gonna wrap this one around. I'm gonna make another taco, and I'm gonna put it on here. Grafting tape. It's stretchy, but it breaks when you need it to. So that's just holding this one on. I'm gonna make a quick second taco. Pack it nicely with soil here, and then make my taco. There it is. So I got a second taco. So I'll put this right here. There we go. That's gonna be nice. And then I'll use the grafting tape. And I'll just really attach it well. All right, so now what I'm gonna do before I keep using this grafting tape, just gonna secure it here. Saran wrap, and I'm going to wrap it around this whole thing. And if you get the expensive saran wrap, it sticks to itself a lot better. Oh yeah, there we go. This really tightens it up a lot. Okay, so now that it's wrapped like that, I'm going to use some more of the grafting tape to secure all the little areas. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, there he goes. So there it is. That's the air layer on the moringa. Now the last step I have to do, and the aluminum foil is because roots like to be underground. So we're trying to simulate this being underground. So that's what the aluminum foil, and you can see when I squeezed it, the water was coming out here, which is what you want. And it's probably not a bad idea just to prick a little hole in the bottom here. I'll do that right after I put the aluminum foil on, just so any excess water drains out. Oh, I need more. So aluminum foil has a lot of uses. You definitely should not cook with it. Don't cook with aluminum foil. Aluminum in your food is not good. It actually contributes to a lot of degenerative brain diseases. You could check it out. But aluminum foil has a lot of other good uses besides cooking, and this is one of them. Okay, and there it is. The only other thing left to do is put the date on it, and now we wait 6 weeks. So if you guys like this video, give me a big green thumbs up and share this video with your world. Share it on Facebook so people know that they can actually air layer moringas too. And help me plant 1 million moringas. Go to I Want More Moringa on the Facebook group and join the movement. I just want to say thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. It really means the world to me that you're supporting me. If you guys do want to get behind me, go to www.patreon.com/developawesomeskills. You can check out my Patreon page that has some other clips that I don't put on YouTube. So some of the updates and just quick little run-throughs of my yard, I put them on the Patreon page for my Patreon supporters to check out. To say thank you again for supporting me. And if you support me on Patreon, you will be in the credits of my Develop Awesome Skills videos. So that's a cool thing too. Until next time, develop awesome skills and go air layer a moringa. See how it works for you. And I'll give you guys an update in 6 weeks. Ciao.